Hello Pisces, my name is Tiffany from tiffanystarology, and it's so good to be here with all of you today. Today we're going to be diving into the Kipper to see what's coming in for you. I feel like a lot of you are in transition, a lot of you are wrapping up cycles, and there is this what's coming next type of energy. So as we walk into beautiful Leo season, I wanted to tap into the energy. We only got 4 months left of this year. So let's see what Spirit has in store for you, Pisces. So we have house. This says short illness, but it's in reverse. This is what it looks like upright. We have rich girl. We have fear and stress, metamorphosis, military person, pleasant letter, gathering, big water, the good gentleman, and on the bottom of the deck we have change. So if I could say what's coming in for you, Pisces, is a big change. The winds of change are upon you, Pisces. It looks like there's going to be some type of agreement that you come into with somebody about a house. And if this isn't specifically about a house, this could be a home or family situation. So take it as it resonates, but there are a lot of you dealing with housing, property. For a small few of you, this could be about a job, but I do more so feel like when we see house, this is talking about the people that live in our house, the people that we share family with, all of that. So you've been going through this for a while though, because the short illness card is in reverse, meaning that this has been a long drawn out illness. This has been a long drawn out painful period of your life. But I also look at this as, with it being in reverse, that illness period is coming to a close, right? So there's someone who's painting a wall over this person that's ill. So that's even telling me that this is going to be, again, water under the bridge. That's been a saying that I've been saying a lot lately. You are going to be able to look back at this situation in due time and see that literally you could roll the paint over this situation and it was almost like it never happened. But right now, the house is at the center of the energy. It looks like you and a masculine energy, doesn't have to be a man, but it says the rich girl and the good gentleman are going to have to form some type of truce, alliance, some type of agreement in regard to this home and family situation. But it is causing the both of you a great deal of stress. Because there's so much, I feel like, that could happen. There's not necessarily a set way that things could go. There's options. And when we look at options, sometimes they can become overwhelming. And what does that mean for you? And what does that mean for them? And how is this going to work out? And there's a lot of moving parts here. But Spirit wants you to really focus in, and I have been seeing this black and yellow butterfly. That's beautiful. So it's finally showing up in my cards. I've been seeing this type of butterfly outside of my window for the last couple of reads I've been doing for you. You're going through a metamorphosis, Pisces. This is a complete change. This is all happening so that you go through a truly, I'm hearing metaphysical change. You're metamorphosizing, you're becoming someone you've never been before, and you have somebody on your team here. Probably some type of legal professional, some type of person who is of high regard. It says military person who is assisting you. It doesn't look like this person has any stakes or claims in the situation. Their head's not even showing. So this is an unbiased person who is coming to help decide kind of the fate of what happens with this home. And I feel like the two of you, the good gentleman and the rich girl, are in cahoots about it, but there is going to be some type of pleasant letter that you receive, Pisces, that is going to help you understand that things with the home are going to get sorted out and there is going to be resolution. I am seeing that there's going to be a large gathering. There's a lot of people involved in this situation, but there's wisdom with the owl right in the middle being imparted directly to you through your intuition, Pisces, to help you traverse through this big water. Expect there to be like high emotions though with the big water and the gathering. I'm just seeing a lot of involvement, a lot of chatter, a lot of talking. I am also noticing this turkey, so the month of November could be very significant to you. This mouse here could be signifying stress and things that we don't want to pay attention to. Children could be involved with that rabbit there. But needing to have a higher perspective, I'm noticing with the toucan about this change that wants to come in. But whatever is going on, I do see though, Pisces, and I must harp on this, the meat and potatoes of this is there is a pleasant letter coming in for you about this home. So whether you're looking for a home, you're trying to sell a home, you're in a legal battle over a home or family situation, whatever the case is, it looks like there is going to be something that's really positive that you receive in regard to this house. For some of you, I am seeing like a for sale sign and then you being able to go take it down. So some of you are going to be able to sell the house. That's how you come into your riches. Others of you, it's going to be through the process of inheritances. And I am seeing some of you also being rich is more rich of spirit and not necessarily rich in money. It's just you're physically having things in the home improve, or you could have recently decided you wanted to physically expand the home or move across country or even out of the country. That's coming through, and it's just been a long slog, a long process, but things are going to finally move forward for you in this situation, Pisces. So expect some kind of good news about this home and expect for it to really change your life. I want to say all for the better with that change card in the bottom of the deck. All right, let's dive into your tarot. So spirit guides, angels, ancestors, what's the current situation going on with this home or this home and family situation? What's the current energy? Current energy. All right, we have the Three of Pentacles. So this is an energy where finances could heavily be involved. You've had to work with other people. And it could have been kind of an energy where you have felt like there's been a lot of competition or difficulty. The bear can represent kind of issues around money, power, all of that, right? So you could have been in a position where this house and this home, there was like a mama bear energy or a papa bear energy, conflicting energies about what we're going to do here. But you've had to figure out how to work together. You've had to figure out how to collaborate. Maybe if you're in the process of selling a home and there's been a person who wants to purchase, but they're making you do all these details, like, well, you need to fix this and you need to fix that. I see all of that kind of coming to a close. But there has been a lot of moving parts around this home with the Three of Pentacles and the bear showing up there. But I don't expect this to last long. I'm also seeing like two bears kind of like yelling at each other across the river, but one eventually is just going to move on. It's more for show. What's challenging this Three of Pentacles at this time? We have the King of Cups and the Justice card. So Pisces, I just see you having to kind of stand your ground, be firm, be kind, of course, with that King of Cups. You're being kind, but there needing to be some balancing of the scales here, some fairness. The judicial system could be significant or some type of legal institution, but there's definitely something here where in order for the peace to come and for the two of you to keep the peace around this home and family situation or this house, it looks like there was that third person that came in to offer resolution, a person of a sound mind. But the challenge here was really allowing this justice to come in, allowing the fairness to come through. So that's where that short-term illness in reverse has been showing me that this has been a long slog for you to get through. But justice is coming in, Pisces. Strength at this time. Got a couple cards here. We got the Four of Cups, the Two of Cups. Let me put a little sticker on her really quick. So we have the Four of Cups, the Two of Cups, and we have the Magician. So the strength right now is, yes, you've been in a place where you've been quite disappointed, Pisces, and you feel like nothing is changing. This is about the lady in wait. This is about someone who has literally just been like, when in the world are the things going to roll through, and how are we going to get through this, and what's going to happen here, right? I'm tired of waiting and I don't feel like my manifestations are coming along. The Two of Cups is showing me that there is going to be some type of collaborative effort where the two of you can meet, have an agreement, and move on. You've manifested this. It's coming into fruition. There is going to be some type of active movement forward where there is an agreement, a bond, some type of truce. I am seeing that come in, Pisces, because you have waited patiently, and now in comes the manifestation with that Magician energy. Area of focus for Pisces. Love this. This is the 10 of Wands, I believe. Let me make sure. Yeah, 10 of Wands in reverse. So the burden is lifted. The fighting, the conflict, the strife, the back and forth energy here. Feeling like you've been on repeat. Feeling like every phone call leads to another phone call, which leads to another email, which leads to another, court visit, or another talk with the lawyer, or another negotiation, or whatever the case is. That is coming to a close, Pisces. I see that the strife between you and this person over this home is finally coming to an end. Near future for Pisces. Near future. That's really beautiful energy, Pisces. It's definitely giving vibes of like hard work has paid off, persistence, trusting in divine timing. Love this. Near future, what you saw and what you intuited, it is all going to become very clear to you that you were right all along. You saw this, and there's going to be some secrets exposed as well, because the High Priestess knows all. There's been parts of this journey, parts of this story that I feel like you knew. You intuitively knew. Maybe you got a tarot reading. Maybe you did a reading for yourself. Maybe there was a download given to you in a dream, but you knew how certain things were going to play out. But you had to kind of remain silent. You had to be in the background. You're allowing this situation to kind of unfold in a way that you already are kind of expecting, suspecting that it will. And what I'm seeing here is it's about to play out just like you thought. And I think you're actually going to find out some secrets on top of what you thought as well. Tell me more about this High Priestess. You have the Ace of Cups. You saw this situation working out for you a long time ago, and you didn't know how, but you knew that it would. Children could be significant. A marriage could be significant. I'm seeing those two doves at the top. Someone that you love, a sibling, could be significant here as well with the cherub. But there's an energy here, Pisces, where you knew all along that you were going to get your Ace of Cups. You knew that this was all going to work out for you. I think you just had to really remain humble. You had to remain quiet, and you had to just be steadfast through this situation. Spirit is saying get ready for a blessing to flow. That's really what Ace of Cups is about, is blessings flowing through. And I'm seeing it's as a result of truth, clarity. And there's that letter that wants to come through. This is success. This is the Six of Wands, Pisces. It's all coming together for you. Recent past. Recent past. In the recent past, with the World card in reverse, you were on loop. There was a person, and this came up in a couple of readings ago, who did not want to let you go. They did not want to let you be released from this contract. They did not want to give up something involved in this home or family situation. They did not want to stop looping. And so they kept you in this repetitive cycle that would not end. And it seemed like you were going to be here forever. But I feel Spirit saying something finally came in that really tipped the scales, changed things. What was that, Spirit? What caused this cycle, or what is causing this cycle to finally close? Because with the World in reverse, it's a cycle that is supposed to close that just wouldn't close. So the Seven of Wands, this was you standing your ground. You refused to let this person or the situation bully you. You stood your ground. You reinforced boundaries. So those were all lessons you've picked up over time, Pisces. And you said, no, this is what I'm worth. This is what the situation is worth. This is what this situation needs. This is what we're going to do. And there was a fight that took place, but it was a fight for honor. It wasn't a fight of like anger and malintent. And because you didn't give up, that is what really gave you an edge over this situation. You will get what you deserve, Pisces, in this situation. Advice? So you have the Empress, the Page of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. So this screams really good news coming in for you with the Page of Cups. This is an energy where they're saying, are you ready to receive what you have been waiting for? And you're like, yes, I'm ready to receive. I am in my Empress era. I'm in my Queen of Pentacles energy. I see money flowing in. I see there being something improving around children or fertility in this situation. I see there being an abundance of whatever it is that you have needed coming into your life. This is going to allow you to take care of yourself, to take care of others, to take care of your children, to take care of your home, to improve your life, Pisces. So this lack of stability that you have had in your life, that was really pressed by this bearish person, where justice needed to come in and resurrect all of these situations from the dead. It's coming in, it's doing what it needs to do, and now you walk away in Empress energy and also in Queen of Pentacles energy, where what you have is enough to sustain you, to take care of you, to let you live an abundant life, and there is more peace, there is more prosperity, there is more alignment. Expect really good news. And the foundation of your life will improve because of the fact that that Queen of Pentacles sits on a really firm foundation. And where there's been a lot of back and forth and a lack of ease, that's where that fertility energy, that love energy that you've infused into this situation really comes through the Empress. And you can actually sit and understand that, wow, I worked so hard for the blessings that have come into my life. There's going to be some darkness that's veiled over this for some time, Pisces, but you're going to see your way through this. You may feel trapped right now with the Eight of Swords, literally like at the edge, knowing that it's time for you to go in a new direction. But this investment that you have with this person, Seven of Pentacles, you are going to reap what you have sown, okay? I just want you to know that. And so will they. All right. Environment at this time. You have the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands. So two very different energies here. And I think what's going on is they're very incompatible energies, right? So you're coming at this situation trying to be fair, trying to be loving, trying to just get through what you need to get through so that you can get to the other side. And then you have this more rebellious, maybe this ego-driven, more domineering-driven type of person that you've been trying to collaborate with. And so it seems like the two of you have had a hard time coming to an agreement. How do they come to an agreement, Spirit? What allows that? The Eight of Wands, a lot of back and forth. You can see here, there's a lot of different roads that the two of you could take. So it's taken some navigation, some waiting, some figuring things out, figuring out the course of direction, because the two of you have been really not on each other's side. And I think that's where that military person comes in to help guide you, because there's not even just two roads here. We're not at a fork in a road. We're at like a cross. Like you could go forward, you could go backwards, you could go east, you could go west, north, south. There's been so many options. And so that military person, that person who's unbiased, really came in to help the two of you figure out, where do we go from here? It seems like directionality with the home and family situation was always the issue. But your spirit team with the Temperance card here was saying the whole time we were right beside you. I'm seeing soul family, ancestors as well, with an elephant spirit in the back, really allowing you and giving you the time to sort through this mess and to receive fair compensation, fair delivery of what it is that you need, a fair solution to the problem here. Hopes and fears for Pisces. We have the Ten of Cups. You just want your happiness. You just want peace. You just want that happy home life, that happy family, and you're going to get it. There may have seemed like at times it looks like the pillar here fell over. You may have gone through like a tower moment in this situation where you had to restructure what it meant to be happy, restructure what your Ten of Cups meant. And for some of you, that Ten of Cups is not coming up in the traditional sense where this is a person with a husband, wife, kids, and all that. Some of you, that Ten of Cups is, I'm happy all by myself. I'm happy disconnecting from this situation, walking away from this situation even. I'm happy being on my own, supporting myself, choosing the path less traveled. And I do feel like that is where you have really tapped into choosing what your heart wants and desires over what they want and desire. So I do see really beautiful things coming into your environment. Your spirit team is saying, let whatever fell over, whatever happened, let those bygones be bygones and regroup and move forward, Pisces. You can rebuild on your own. Potential outcome in regard to this home. We have the King of Wands. I see you sitting in a place of power, Pisces. I see you have asserted yourself. You've picked up that lion heart spirit. I see you embracing the fire in your chart, especially if there's any heavy aspects you have in your chart with Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. I see you becoming the very semblance of the thing that was trying to hold you back and reasserting who you are. And being passionate about this new beginning that's going to come in for you because you fought so hard to achieve it. This is that change. This is that I know who I am. I'm proud of myself. Walking into Leo season is going to really bring about a change, a spark, a newness in you, Pisces. Mercury is also retrograding in Leo right now. So there just could be this period right now that you're going through where you just don't necessarily feel that energy. Because you're rethinking, restructuring, going through a lot of changes in regard to that Leo part of your chart. But Spirit is saying good things come to those who wait. And yes, with the Nine of Swords, there's been some anxiety and you have felt like things were never going to get better. That you were trapped, that you were stuck, that this is, a situation where you're forever be bound or it's not going to work out for you. It's going to work out for you and it's going to be better than you expected. I really do feel here. I've got to cover these cards up, but we've got the Lovers. Let me cover them up really quick. With the Lovers here, it seems like you were in a situation with someone that you cared about, someone that you maybe shared a home with, shared family with, and you're now getting to a place in your life where you're having to just accept that the two of you have got to find a way to make this work. And there's that devil in the details of that serpent-like energy there that maybe caused some conflict or acted as a roadblock in between the two of you. But there is going to be some type of way that the two of you are going to be able to work together to figure this out. I'm also seeing past life contracts being significant to you and this person, because Adam and Eve is an old tale from the Bible where there was a lot of he said, she said, blaming each other type of energy. So if you and this masculine energy, again, whether male or female, continue to blame each other and don't really pay attention to each other's needs in this situation, that's what causes this loop. But if you can come to a conclusion with each other, if you can come to an agreement, that is how this all gets sorted out. And I see there being, with the Six of Pentacles here, just reward for the both of you. An outcome that suits you both. All right. I'm going to leave it there, Pisces. It seems like this long slog is finally getting to the end of the road. You're going to be able to move on. I need to clean up this card, but it was also calling to me. But there is an alliance, an agreement that is going to be coming into fruition in the very near future for you. So just hold on to hope that this is all going to get sorted out as it should. All right, take care, Pisces. I'll see you tomorrow.